Most respected, dear friends, I used to travel in Kerala, outside Kerala, and different parts of the world just to deliver as many lectures as possible about Indian heritage, the scientific, rational, and logical aspects of Indian knowledge, and also to inform the world how to remove, how to eradicate the superstition and non-scientific thoughts. It is also my aim to inform the correct aspect of wrong understandings about customs and rituals, about Indian spirituality, Indian literature, and also the true scientific and technological heritage of India. When I travel for delivering lectures, I used to answer as many questions as possible if asked from among the audience. To the extent possible, I used to clarify the doubts of the people also. While traveling different parts of India, one of the major questions asked to me is about Vedas, Puranas, and its relation with Christian and Muslim literature. You may be knowing that Dr. ZAKIR NAIK, one of the so-called scholar of Islam, he used to tell so many things about the KALKI avatar, BHAVISHYA PURANA, and VEDA, in which Prophet Muhammad has been explained, and the word Allah is appearing, and many aspects connected with the Islam and Islamic literature are appearing in our Vedas, Puranas, and so on. The questions generally come to me is whether it is true. I would very clearly like to say the answer for the first question, whether the word Allah is there in Veda or not. The Rig Veda is composed of 3,97,556 letters, 1,97,516 words. Rig Veda has got different recensions. Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharva Veda have also got different recensions. I have gone through all these Vedas, and all these Vedas have been uploaded in Indian Institute of Scientific Heritage website and digital library. You can also get the Vedas if you search through Google. Many people have uploaded Vedas. I assure you with all sincerity that there is not even a single word used in any of these Vedas having even a slant of Allah. am not telling the word Allah is bad, good or satisfactory or anything like that. But Allah is not a Sanskrit word and it is not an Indian word. So naturally it will not appear in Vedas. As simple as that. Then how Dr. Zakir Naik quote this word Allah in Veda? The answer is very simple. Any word from Veda having 2 letters, you can remove that and put in that place the word Allah. Or any 4-letter word from Veda can be removed and in that place you can put the word Muhammad. Any 3-letter word from Veda can be removed and you can put Kaaba in that place. Similarly, you can put the word Pravachaka or Quran, anything. 99.9999% of the Hindus are not aware about Vedas and they have not heard Vedas, and it is not expected that the Hindus should learn Veda. So even if 0.00001% of Indians know about Veda, they will never counter this argument that the word Muhammad or Allah or Kaaba or Quran is there in Veda. Say for example, I will give you one Sanskrit line from Vedas, one mantra. Kim Svetpanam Kavosa Vriksha Aasida Yadadishtanam Arambanam Kadamitsvit Kadasida Vishwadas Chakshuruda Vishwado Mugho Vishwado Bahuruda Vishwadaspada Ambahubhyam Namadis Sampadatraihi Dhyava Prathivi Janayan Devaika Dhyava Prathivi Janayan Deva Eka. In the place of Eka, I can put Allah. Dhyava Prathivi Janayan Deva Allah. Kim Svetpanam, Kim Swid Allah. Kausa Vriksha Asid. Kausa Allah Asid. This is a daylight cheating. What Zakir Naik is doing by changing the letters and words from Vedas, and in that place putting 2-letter, 3-letter, 4-letter words from Quran or words like Allah, Prophet Muhammad or like that. We Hindus do not have any problem if you put any word in Veda mantra and chant. We do not bother about it. But my only doubt is that, is it not Dr. Zakir Naik cheating Muslims in the name of telling them that these words are there in the Vedas? If these words are there in the Vedas, another question what I want to ask, then why not learn Veda and why not worship Veda? If these words are there in the Vedas, let them worship. Let Dr. Zakir Naik also worship the Vedas. What, 2 things. One, there is no such word at all in Vedas. Second thing, if it is there, if he is so sure, then worship Vedas instead of other literature. Now, I would answer another question. Is the word Muhammad in Bhavishya Purana? You know, 2 answers are there for this question. One, Bhavishya Purana has been radically changed during the period of Aurangzeb. It is said that Aurangzeb's one among the sons, Dara, he has learned Sanskrit and incorporated many lines in Bhavishya Purana. Another historical explanation is that Aurangzeb's one of the daughters married a Sanskrit scholar who later got converted into Islam. So Aurangzeb instructed him to note or to include few words, few lines in Bhavishya Purana connected with Mahamada, Marutsala Vasini. And there is nothing abnormal in including few lines in Bhavishya Purana if Aurangzeb wants or if you want that. But the thing is that our forefathers have not included anything like this in Bhavishya Purana. As I told you, in Vedas, you are changing one or two words and just chanting the mantra according to your changed version. In Purana also, if somebody want to change something by adding few lines and he can read that like that, the original Purana does not have any of this explanation. Now, the second answer for the same question whether Muhammad is there in Bhavishya Purana, the second answer is that in Bhavishya Purana, the name of Akbar is there, the name of Kolkata is there, Delhi is there, name of Sevayaji, Shivaji, and the name of many Asuras, many kings, many people, many rishis are there, and somebody has also included the name of Jesus Christ. So if one or two name of a book or a place or an individual or prophet, if it is there in Bhavishya Purana, what greatness is there in that? Because Puranas are meant for explaining the achievements, the qualities, the qualifications and explanations of the kings and the people who lived during a particular period. And Aurangzeb's family members included some in Purana, whether correct or not, I do not know. And if Dr. Zakir Naik tells that Bhavishya Purana has got the name of Prophet Muhammad, then is it not better to worship Bhavishya Purana instead of other literature? Because it has got this name of Pravachaka or Prophet. And what greatness it included or it added to Prophet Muhammad if the name is there in Purana? If the original greatness is not enough, is it necessary to search for Prophet's greatness in some other literature? Why not get satisfied with own literature if that is the greatest? Why to compare with other literature for elevating a religious book or for giving more confidence for the followers of that book? This type of quotations of Vedas and Puranas needed. So my request to all Muslim community people, and I would like to assure that no Hindu is going to bother whether the name Allah is there in Veda or Purana, or name of Prophet Muhammad is there in Veda or Purana. But these Puranas and Vedas were written thousands and thousands of years before Prophet Muhammad was born. So remember this type of wrong information. They are merely daylight cheating of not Hindus, of the followers of Quran. Is it necessary in the 21st century to cheat like this by misquoting the Puranas and Vedas? This is my question. Now the third point I would like to explain. I have seen in some of the books and some of the lectures delivered by Dr. ZAKIR NAIK that Kalki avatar is Prophet Muhammad. I am sure that Hindus will not be having any problem if somebody is telling Kalki avatar is Prophet Muhammad. It is the problem of Muslims to accept it or reject it. Why I am telling like this, Mahavishnu has got 10 avatar. Malsya Kurma Varahascha Narsimho Davamana Ramo Ramascha Krishna Kalki iti Dedesha. So what Dr. ZAKIR NAIK tells is that Prophet Muhammad is avatara of Mahavishnu. If Prophet Muhammad is avatara of Mahavishnu, the Muslims should also worship Mahavishnu, because Prophet Muhammad is avatar of Mahavishnu. Second thing, you have heard about the story of Kalki. It is available from Kalki Purana. It is a story, it is not history. Kalki was born in a village in Maharashtra known as Sambal Grama. And Kalki was the son of Vishnu Yashas and Sumati. Both of them were Brahmins. So if Kalki is Prophet Muhammad, then Prophet Muhammad is the son of Vishnu Yashas and Sumati, born in Sambal village of Maharashtra in India. And at the time of birth, it is said that Kalki had 4 hands. I do not know whether Prophet had 4 hands. And when Agni, Indra and other devas came and told Kalki that you have to remove 2 hands, only 2 hands are needed for human beings. Then in the story it is said that 2 hands automatically got disappeared. So I do not know for the Prophet 2 hands got disappeared or not. And then Kalki started worshipping continuously Lord Shiva for decades together, and Lord Shiva gave 1 sword and 1 horse to Kalki. And Kalki started roaming all around India, only India. He did not go to Saudi Arabia. And he maintained peace, Shanti, throughout India by destroying the robbers and the people who are creating problems in this society. It is said that Padma, daughter of the king Jayadra who ruled Lenga for Sri Lanka, Jayadrada's daughter Padma wanted to marry Kalki, and she started doing tapascharya. Finally Kalki came to know about it, and he came to Sri Lanka, married Padma from Sri Lanka. Thus Padma became the only wife of Kalki avatar. Now it is the responsibility of Muslims, if they want to compare whether Kalki is prophet whether Kalki's parents are Vishnu, Yashas and Sumati, or Kalki's prophet's wife is Padma, king of Jayadratha's daughter. When such type of comparison is done, the really intelligent thinker should know that when the truth comes out, when the fact comes out, the false claim will disappear and dissolve in air. People like Dr. ZAKIR Naik should not venture to compare Kalki with Muhammad. I assure you that Hindus will not have any problem. He will have problem later when Muslims realize that he is cheating the Muslims, not Hindus. Hindus do not have any problem. Why I am telling this? Hindus have included Kapila Maharshi as avataram of Mahavishnu, Lord Buddha as avataram of Mahavishnu, Jaina has been related with Lord Krishna, and anyone in the world can be connected with Purana or can be claimed as avatara, as one among 24 avataras of Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu's major avataras are 10, minor avataras are 14 are also there. That you can read if you are going through Bhagavatam. So I would like to repeat once again that you can misinterpret and quote or re-quote Vedas, Bhavishya Purana and Kalki Purana for presenting your wrong views by changing the words, by misinterpreting the lines, by wrongly commenting the stories. But the purpose, if it is crooked, if it is for cheating the people, others will not be affected by this type of things. The people who are doing the wrong thing will be affected, that too in the name of Holy Bible or Quran, the great scholar Prophet Muhammad or the God Allah. Why such type of cheating is done by Dr. ZAKIR Naik is unknown to me. My aim is to present the correct view to you. Now the fourth question asked to me is still interesting. In different parts of Kerala, it appears that Dr. ZAKIR Naik delivers lecture to a group of Brahmins. The Brahmins in Brahmin apparel with the bhasma, sindoor, etc. in their forehead. The video cassette, video CD shows that the audience are exclusively Nambudris or Brahmins. ZAKIR Naik comes and quotes some Vedas. In some colleges, utter nonsense are quoted or played in CDs in the name of Vedas. And Dr. ZAKIR Naik starts delivering lecture on Vedas. After 1 hour, 2 or 3 of the so-called artificially dressed Brahmins, they are originally Muslims. These Muslims were dressed as Brahmins. And the so-called Brahmins go to Dr. ZAKIR Naik and say, you are really great and we are embracing Islam. We know that Vedas, Bhavishya Puranas and Kalki Puranas explain about Prophet Muhammad, Kaaba, Quran and so on. So we are ready to accept Islam. Then Dr. ZAKIR Naik gives them the direction how to live like an Islam or like that. Remember that these are all not Nambudiris. They are not Brahmins too. They were Muslim, they are Muslim, and they will be Muslim, but dressed in Brahminical apparel, and they play the drama that they are converting from Brahminism into Islam. My only doubt, if conversion is needed, let it be done with all logical, rational and scientific way. Why this crooked way is followed? This crooked way, by projecting through video CDs that many people are converting. Is it not cheating? Is it allowed in Islam? Is it mentioned anywhere in Quran that such things can be done? My request to the community of Islam, try to understand whether such type of daylight cheating is needed for increasing the number of Muslims in India or abroad. Whether Quran justifies that, or whether these scholars of Islam justify such type of explanation. If the Vedas, Bhavishya Puranas and other Puranas or ZAKIR NAIKs quoting the Vedas are great, then is it not enough to stick on to Vedas, Puranas and Indian culture and Hindu Dharma? If it is so great, then why should go to the other side? So my request to you, think about it. I am not challenging, I am not interested in challenging also. My only aim as a senior scientist, formerly in CSIR, now I am studying the heritage and interpreting the scientific, logical and rational part of Indian heritage, and also pointing out the superstitions present in Indian heritage to people in the world in English and other languages. I thought I should bring these points also to your notice, those who are interested. The fifth point I would like to explain to you. There are so many Mada Samvadams are going on. Samvadams, the word means discussion. But what is done in the name of Samvadam is not discussion. It is another way of cheating. An ordinary sannyasi in saffron dress is invited. Then Dr. ZAKIR NAIK asked so many questions to that sannyasi about Vedas, Puranas and other things. Some of the questions will be answered by the sannyasi, some of the questions will not be answered by the sannyasi. As you know, for Muslims, only one book is there. Understanding or studying one book is not that difficult. But for Hindus, there are 2000 foundation literature, 10,000 commentaries in Indian languages and Sanskrit, more than 1 lakh sub-commentaries in Indian languages. So 2000 foundation literature, 10,000 commentaries, 1 lakh sub-commentaries. If you ask questions from different literature to a person, even though he is the topmost scholar in the world, he may not be in a position to answer every line. But those who are asking question can ask question from any book. But those who are expected to answer cannot answer that because he is not prepared from that book. So remember, now what is done in Kerala in the name of Mata Samvadam, religious discussion or interaction. So many questions were asked to some simple, poor, ordinary sannyasis, and they say they do not know the real answer because they are truthful. They follow dharmic pathway and pathway of truth. So they will definitely say they do not know if they don't know. That is projected through video CD, and the title is given, Dr. ZAKIR Naik defeated a Hindu sannyasi. And whatever good answers given by the sannyasi is removed from the video CD. Only where the sannyasi was became incapable to answer the question, that is projected, and Dr. ZAKIR Naik got maximum projection as a Hindu scholar. If Dr. ZAKIR Naik has studied all the 2000 foundation literature, 10,000 books and more than 1 lakh sub-commentaries, and if he finds that this is great, then why not follow this? Instead of using the greatness of Hindu Dharma for spreading Islam, let the greatness of Islam be told to the people and spread the Islam. So I think some inferiority complex is there for Dr. ZAKIR Naik, and he wants to see that he is a scholar in Hindu Dharma and inviting some ordinary people. I would also like to say one more thing. Swami Satya Sai Baba or Sri Ravi Shankar or Mata Amritanandamayi, they are all working in the Hindu social reformation and social field. They are not Vedic scholars. They are not Puranic scholars too. They are not the scholars in Upanishad. They need not be. Sanatana Dharma do not stick on the literature alone. And you need not even study any of the literature, still you can become a sannyasi. Many of the sannyasis who are doing tapascharya in Himalayas, they have not studied anything about Hindu Dharma. It is not compulsory that one should read the religious literature for becoming a sannyasi. It is a wrong belief. Even without learning anything from Hindu Dharma, you can wear saffron cloth and you can worship the God and you can march forward. All the 8 religion, whatever they explain, it cannot be explained for Sanatana Dharma, it cannot be explained for Hinduism. Hinduism is an entirely different religion which cannot be compared with any other religion. Even for the sake of explanation, you cannot compare. The concept of Hindu customs and rituals is different. The concept of Indian spirituality is entirely different. The concept of Hindu spirituality for an ordinary man who is living as a Hindu, that God concept for an ordinary man is different from the God concept for a scholar, Vedic scholar. The God concept for the Vedic scholar is different from the concept of God for an Upanishadic scholar. So remember, these are all different. Unless you know about all these things, the ignorance of the people, ignorance of the sannyasis are exploited by a so-called artificial, so-called actor, Dr. ZAKIR Naik. Then daylight cheating of the people who are the Hindu followers and also Islam followers. Again, I would like to say, by this wrong pathway, few Hindus may get converted into Islam. But in the long run, people will understand that these are all daylight cheating, and at that time the faith in him will be dissolved in air or melt like ice. Some of the Christians are also doing like this. They are telling that Jesus Christ is Prajapati. It is wrong. Prajapati concept in Hindu Dharma is different. You cannot extrapolate that. Lord Brahma has got a wife. It's a sankalpa, concept. not a history. Brahma has got Saraswati as wife, Vishnu Prajapati has got Lakshmi as wife, Rudra Prajapati has got Parvati as wife. Trimurti Sankalpa. Remember, it is not history. It is arbitrarily, gloriously fixing the concept. So if 3 Prajapatis have got their wives, then Jesus, if he is a Prajapati, he should also have the wife. At least he should have conceptually have a wife. But Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwaras are concept, not historical figures. Is Jesus Christ a concept or a historical figure? If Jesus Christ is a concept, then there is no problem. But if it is a history, a man born 2000 years ago, then the whole theory built up by the church for cheating Hindus will come out one day and it will affect them. That is what is happening in Europe, America, England and Canada. No Christians used to go to church because many of the faith spread through wrong way. By cheating, the people realized that when they became educated, and they threw out this Bible and the Jesus concept. That will happen to anyone who is doing this type of wrong thing. Sanatana Dharma will survive. There is no problem about it. Anywhere in the world it will be there, it will be surviving. So my request to the people, this is only an information passing, not even begging. You are doing the daylight cheating through crooked methods and telling the blunders about Indian heritage, Indian Hindu literature. That will boomerang to you back without any delay when the truth come out. So I wish, let us follow the pathway of truth, dharma. No religion is higher than other religion, but Hindus have never told our God is the only correct God, our books are the only correct books, our way of worship is the only good way of worship. Hindus have never said only through our pathway you can reach God. Akashat padidam toyam yada gacchati sagaram sarvadeva namaskaram keshavam pradigacchati. And you know, Hindus have accepted the cross and Kaaba, and they used to display in the temples too. If you are going to Satya Sai Baba Center in Puttaparthi, you can see that. In Mata Amritanandamayi Center in Kollam, you can see that. In Chinmaya Mission, you can see that. So in Vivekananda Mission, in Ramakrishna Mission ashrams, the Islamic symbol is being worshipped. The Christian symbol is worshipped. We can accept anything. But the problem is with you, you do not accept it. If you do not accept it, it is not our duty to make you accept it. But getting the acceptance through the crooked method, that will come to light one day. That is sure. And wrongly telling that this is Vedas and that is Veda. Hindus are ignorant about it, and Hindus need not study all these things. That is another thing important. For an Islam, he should study Quran. For a Christian, whether studying or not, they should study Bible. But for a Hindu, it is not at all important to study Vedas or Puranas. He can study that, or he can go through Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. That is enough. But the ignorance of the Hindus are exploited and confusing is going on. And my request to you, try to understand the truth. Try to understand the fact. try to understand the essence, then march forward. Every Christian and every Muslim and every Hindu, I would like to say, let your religion be great and don't try to cheat other religious people. Don't try to cheat people who are following other religion. That will boomerang back one day, as it is happening in America, England, Canada and Europe. Thank you very much. My pranams.